This conference will now be recorded.
జాయిన్ అయ్యాను కదా, జాయిన్ అయ్యాను already. Minal, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
Just 1 minute. Okay. Hey, good morning. Kushal. Okay. Just give me 2 minutes. We'll start. 2 minutes. Hello. Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. Let me log into our. Where we are last session? Any,
We completed about, and you were about to start the profile.
oh, okay. Fine. Fine. That's nice. What is this sound? Shivan. Hello?
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
no. 1 second. I'll share the recordings after this session. I'll take some time. Then today I will share the recordings to you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. Before we start, any questions you have to ask in the previous topics? Anything you want to ask? Doubt?
No questions
Okay.
so far.
Okay. Kaushal?
No, it's Kripa.
Okay. Meena?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Shiva? Shivang? Okay, fine. So let me log in into our app. Let me go to setup. Yeah, I'm in the setup. Let me see the users. We have been discussed about the users, right? Then we have created roles. It's very slow today system. One second. Let me try to change my network. One. No. Grab. No, grab. Grab. One second, be online. I'm just connecting to my phone. Okay. One second. Be online. Don't. Hello. Now, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Now system is good. So we have created a user. I'm just giving a recap since we had a weekend. So we have just created a end user, new user called end user, and we have assigned a profile called Salesforce, right? Then what we did, we tried to deactivate that user, and we try to freeze that user, and we try to create a new user because we have a, since it is a developer edition, we had only 2 licenses, right? We don't have more than 2 licenses, like the license type called Salesforce. Then what we did, we tried to remove the access called we try to deactivate this user and try to create a new user. So that time it is allowing because the the Salesforce profile got free, right? Then we have created roles. We decided we want to have few roles like CEO, then VP, and then general manager, and then area manager. So like that we have created roles. And what we did, we try to assign the role to a particular user, and then we try to assign multiple roles to single user. So since systems trained in such a way that it cannot accept the multiple rules at a time, it will access only the current role, okay, whichever you given, okay, the current role, okay, whether irrespective of the role hierarchy, it will accept the current role whichever you have given, okay. The point of moment whichever the role you have assigned, that will assign. Okay. Then we decided to start with the profiles. Okay, now today let us discuss about profiles. Okay, profiles. What is a profile? Profile is nothing but a set of access that we can assign to a particular user. Okay, it defines the set of access that a particular will have. Okay, what is that set of access? The set of access combination of which profile, which app he can access, which objects he can access, in the object which fields he can access. Okay, in the field level, do you want to give him as a read access, edit access, delete access? All those things means we'll pull up all those things. We'll call it as a profile, and we assign to a particular user. Okay, so profile is nothing but a set of permissions, right? Set of permissions. It's a combination of things you can assign to a particular user. Okay, clear?
Yes.
So we have in our in Salesforce we have Lot of profiles here. It is showing a lot of profiles, like out of it's showing 1 out of 36 it is showing. Okay, but if you are started working in any of organizations, when you got an access, that time you will be not able to see all these options. Okay, you will not have this all these options. Okay, so in the real orgs, okay, will not have all these profiles. Okay, since it is a practice system, since it is a training edition, Salesforce, what Salesforce has does means it has given it has given all the profiles. It has listed out all the profiles which Salesforce has in all the products. Okay, let's say here we are not working about marketing cloud, right? Let's say if you go to maybe something is marketing user. We don't know what it is exactly. Okay, but if you want to work in marketing user, maybe this kind of permissions you will see. Okay, so whatever the products we have in sales, like sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud, commerce cloud, education cloud, analytics cloud, all the cloud profiles. So it has showing here, so that you will be familiar with all those profiles. Okay, but here we'll see how to we'll see what exactly the profile means. We'll take a system administrator profile and we'll see what are the things has been assigned to system administrator profile. Okay, because we have an access of system administrator profile, right? System administrator profile will have all the access, right? So we can create our own profile, okay, by cloning the existing profile. How we can create a new profile? Just click on new profile. Okay, so to create a new profile, you have to go to profiles. You have to go to profile. From there, click on new profile. Okay, so system says that you cannot create the role from the scratch. You cannot. Okay, you can create the role. You can create a profile from make a copy of the existing profile. Okay, but we cannot create the profile from the scratch. We have to take any of the existing profile and then we can create. Means clone. You have to clone any of the existing profile. Okay, so here I'll try to clone. Okay, I'll try to clone system administrator, but instead of system administrator, I'll go ahead with the standard user. Okay, standard user profile. Okay, which has the license type called Salesforce. Okay, so I need to be clone a profile which has a things which has license type of Salesforce, right? So I don't want to clone with other apart from system administrator. System administrator also have profile called user license called Salesforce, but I don't want to make a copy of this one, because if you make a copy of this one, system administrator will have all the access, right? You cannot, if you assign to someone, you cannot differentiate. Exactly, you cannot differentiate. Okay, so what I am doing, so I'm just taking a copy of standard user profile. Okay, I'll create as a test profile, and I'll assign this to the user whichever we have created called test profile. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, the profile called test profile got created. Okay, what are the access levels system is showing? Okay, what is the combination of what are all these things, and what is the combination of profile? Okay, now let's start with the first one. Okay, so it says profile details. Okay, the profile name, the license type. Okay, Salesforce, and description. Okay, but you should be write a description without fail. Okay, otherwise you will get a confusion from which profile you have made a copy of this one, right? So I'll say it's a copy of stop here. Standard user profile. Okay. Save. Okay. Next, whether it is a customer, because we have created, and when it got created and when it is got modified. Okay. Now console setting. So this is like how we want to see. She wants that. Okay. Okay. The page layout. Okay. So which page layout you want to assign to this particular profile? Okay. Profile means you will assign this profile to some user. Okay. Okay. So first let's assign this profile to user called test user, end user. Okay. What are the user we have created? Go to users, users. Go to end user. Click here. So edit. Sorry. Edit. Test profile. Okay. So the test profile. Save. Okay. Now I just came to profile. Okay. I just came to profile. Okay. The page layout. Okay. Standard of the page layout. Today I'll discuss one by one what it is there exactly. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see practical. Okay. How we can practically can differentiate between the users. Okay. Today we'll see all the details. Okay. So page layout, standard object page layout. Okay. Page layout means we have two types of page layouts. For standard page layouts are associated to objects, right? So we have seen page layouts are associated to objects, right? If you go to object manager, okay. So if you go to any object, you'll have page layouts, right? So for each object, okay, system has its layout, right? For standard object layouts, standard object means these are the account, assets, relation. These are the standard objects, okay. So if you go down, we have custom object layouts. Custom object layouts means what are the custom objects are there? So those objects layouts, okay. So let's say bill. If you click bill layout here, it will go to bill object. See, it has went to bill object page layout. It had went, okay. From here, you can restrict the access. You can restrict like you whichever you want to assign to him particular user, okay. So it will restrict from here, okay. Whichever you want to show him, you want to create any separate sections like that, okay. Okay, just go back. Okay, and employment. Okay, employee same like from employee which we assignment means since it's a record type, so we can differentiate this particular user which type of record type he can access. Okay, just click on view assignment. Okay, so from here we can edit the assignment and we can assign this particular user. Okay, we can assign this particular user saying that so which profile which page layout he can access. Okay, so does he want only employee because he don't want record types? He can have only directly he can open the record by maybe you want to give only non-sales sales. You select, okay. For him it will get changed. Okay, whichever you want. Okay, so like this we can come here and we can do we can edit whichever page layout we want to assign a particular profile. Okay, just come back. Okay. Now, so this is how you can restrict the particular profile, particular page layout you can assign to the particular user, whichever object, whichever page layout you want to assign to this user. User means nothing but this profile to whom you have assigned. So to like this profile has been we have been assigned to the user called end user, right? So that the end user can will have this kind of access, whichever page layout you have been assigned to him. That page layout he can access. Okay? So we can restrict the page layout from here in the page layout section. Next, field level security. Okay, field level security means okay, we can restrict a user. We can restrict a user on a field level. Let's say these are all the standard. Everywhere you will have standard as well as custom. Okay, the custom means whichever objects we have created in that field. Okay, so let's see in the field level like security in the object like account object. Just click view here, click view. So from here you can see. So if you click edit, okay, so you can restrict a user. Do you want to you don't want to give edit option? You can remove the edit option. You can remove. Okay, and you don't want to give the read access also. You can remove. Just check and uncheck. Okay, so you can restrict a user in the field level means in the account object in the fields. What are the fields are there like account name, account number, on-site address, all these things, right? All these fields also we can restrict. Okay, so do you want to give only edit? If you want to have let's say in some cases we don't want to give edit access to an employee HR, new HR. Okay, he's a junior HR. Once the record of an employee got created, okay, so next time we should not give him access. We can give you access only create. Okay, if you want to reset, if we want to change the salary, he should not have access because salary is the one. Once you give like once you allocated designations and salary and date of joinings, we cannot edit those things, right? If we want to edit, if he by mistake if he does this, so he has to go to his manager and he can take an approval. He can do, right? So those cases we can restrict from here. Okay, I'm not saved because we'll see in practical. Back to profiles. Same thing you can see fields in a custom object. Let's say employee. Click view. See, let's say you don't want to give edit access for salary. You can remove. Okay? You can remove from all these things. Okay. Back to profile. Now app. Okay. So whatever the app we have created, like we have created Reliance Digital. See, for this profile we have not assigned Reliance Digital. You will not able to access this Reliance Digital. So whatever the end user is there, so he cannot come here and he cannot create. He cannot see once he log in the user called end user. So means we can restrict a user in the app level also. So we can tell him. So we can tell to the system here from here. So if you want to, if you don't want to give Reliance Digital, we should just simply uncheck here. Just click edit here. You can see exactly this profile user means this profile called test profile is not allocated. He is not allocated custom app. Okay, custom app means Reliance Digital we have not given access. Okay, so if I remove from if I remove, okay, so you will not have access. Okay, so that's what if you want to give access you can give, or if you don't want to give you access you can remove simply. Okay, you can remove. Okay, so this is how. So we can restrict a user in the app level also. Whichever app you want to give you can give simply. You can check or uncheck. Okay, field level we have seen, page level we have seen, object app level. Okay, means whichever app you want to give access, we can give. Okay, so here it is showing in the list, it is showing the custom app whichever we have created in the system. So this profile is not having this this app action. Okay? Now tab setting means which tab you want to give an access, which tab you don't want to give them an access. Tab means nothing but in the end user point of view, whatever the objects we have created, we assign them as in a tabs. Okay, so app means app means from here. Okay, we go to the app launcher, click view. Okay, so these are the apps. Okay, so here we have restricted the test profile. We are not assigned this app. Okay, since I am in system administrator, I am able to see. Now we are telling objects, sorry, tab level access. Tab means these are the tabs. Okay, end user point of view, these are the tabs, but technically we called it, this is all the objects, right? While creating an object, if you remember, okay, we have created the tab style and we have assigned to this layout, right here. Okay, now so this particular tab, do you want to restrict any user? Yes, we can restrict. Let's say I don't want to, let's say here in our company, maybe HR. Okay, HR is a person, his job is only to create records for only employees. So he if he have employee related information access, that's more than for him, right? So he don't want to have access of product, he don't have access of store, he don't want to access of billing, right? So for him not required, really not required. Okay, because his job is to related to only employees, right? So I can give only employee access, I can remove all those things. How? From here, tab settings. Okay, so standard tab settings, account home, accounts, analytics, app launcher, all those things. Okay, custom tab settings, default all means we can access. Okay, you can remove from just go and click edit. See, I just want to tell you one thing, don't confuse, like sometimes, okay, page layout is on the top, right? Whenever you try to click edit, it was on the top page layout, but when you click edit, okay, on the top what will come? App settings is coming on the top. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, just scroll down, you will see. Okay, tab settings. Okay, if you don't want to give this tab, just tab default off or tab hidden. Okay, whichever one you can do. So that's how we can restrict a user on tab level, right? Whichever tab you want. So let's say in our case, I don't want to give tab hidden, tab off, off, off. So you can see only employee. Okay, cancel. I am not saving anything. Just cancel. Now record types. So we have created record types in employee, right? Whenever you try to create an employee, click new. Here we have created record types, right? So we can restrict a user in a record type also. Record level also we can restrict. Okay. From here, just come down. Here we are able to see the custom record types. We have created record type on employee. Just click edit. Whichever you want. Okay. If you don't want to give all the record types to him, so you can simply assign whichever record type you want to assign to this particular profile. Okay, just select sales, just add, click save. So this profile user will have only sales department record type access. Okay. Cancel. come down. Record types we have seen. General administrative permissions. This not needed much actually. Here you will see API, which API you want to enable, charter internal user. These are all default, so here we will not perform much more actually. Okay, just come down. Next, object. Okay, so whatever the objects, see here, this is a tab level you are restricting. Okay, let's say you have given, you want to give only employee access, object access, you can give employee object. In employee also, in object level also you can restrict. Okay, do you want to give him in object, can he create a record, can he create a can he read the record, can he edit the record, can he delete the record? This is the record object level record his creation. Once he creates the record, after that if you want to restrict the user anything, you have to go to the field level. Okay, so here you can see whichever in the object, does he want to create any edit and delete, so you can delete, just click. Okay, just click on the edit on the top. No, see, these are the object permissions. So do you want to give modify all, means you will have full access, modify all, full access, like that. The custom object. Okay, so by default, see, these people on this profile has not access. If you want to give access, just select modify all, so that it will, so he'll have full access. Create, modify all, create, modify all, create. So whichever you want, you can give him the access. Okay, let's say you don't want to give all other objects, you want to give only employee. In the employee, you want to give only create. After create, you cannot delete. Okay, you cannot delete, you cannot edit. So you don't want to give all the access, like that. So what will have access? He will have employee object access, but he can create and he can view, he can read, but he will not have option to edit the record, edit the, delete the record. Okay, so this one, let's say if you go to employee here, this option will not come here, and first of all, this option will not come to him. Okay, he will have only read and create. Okay, now just cancel. This is how we can restrict the user in object level. Okay, now what are the remaining? Let's come down. Now something called session setting. Just edit here. Session setting means, okay, let's say you are an end user. Okay, okay, so what you did, so generally if you open your Facebook, if you open your WhatsApp, let's say in you open your Facebook, you open your bank account, net banking login. Okay, you open your Gmail account. Okay, if you are not using active, means you just open and you just doing your other work, so the laptop is on and the session is open. Okay, let's say in the banking scenario, after a few seconds, if you're not done, if you're not doing anything, okay, what will happen? The session will expire, right? Same way here also. So do you want to expire the session? So if the user is not at all active on the system, is not using the, he is not interacting with the Salesforce. Okay, so he just open the Salesforce, he minimize, and he was trying to do some other activity, his other activity. Okay, that time you can set a timings here. 24 hours means after 24 hours only, after 24 hours of inactive, system will go off, means it will, session will turn off. So same thing, you want to keep the 12 hours, you want to keep for 8 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 hours, 30 minutes. Generally all the people will follow this one, 15 minutes. Okay, because if we give 24 hours, that's not a meaningless, right? It's not a very meaningless. So you have to be all the sessions of inactive sessions has to be terminated in a 15 minutes. Yes. After 15 minutes, if he is not doing anything, you have to be logged out of that user. Means saying that your session has been expired. Okay, that one. Okay. Now the password policies. Okay, something called password policies. Password policy is nothing but okay. So on how many days you want to change the user password? Okay, so we can restrict from here. Okay, so do you want to reset the password for every 90 days, 30 days, 60 days, or 180 days, 1 year, or never expire? If we keep never expire, so until unless he change his own password, so system will not trigger a thing called change his password. Okay, this is the next password history. Okay, Salesforce can remember the passwords of till 24 passwords. Salesforce can remember your 24 from the day one 24 latest to 24 password system can remain. Okay, so that's what. Next, minimum password length. So what is the password length minimum you want to give? You want to 8 character, 10 characters, 2 character, 5 character, 4 character, whatever you want. Okay, so password complexity. Okay, how much complexity you want to restrict in a password while creating a password? Do you want to say that must include alphanumeric? It should be having alphanumeric and special characters, including numbers and uppercase and lowercase, including upper, lower, and special characters, must include of 3 of the following numbers. Okay, so this how you can your password can be you can maintain. Okay, next password question requirement. Okay, cannot contain password. Okay, next none. Okay, so do you want to have any password questions? Like whenever we try to create a password, create an account system was showing right which question you want to have. Okay. Next, maximum login attempts. How many login attempts the system can accept? Okay. After 3 sessions, after maximum 3, 5, 10, and no limit. If you keep no limit, okay. So after attempt of 3 login attempts, okay. So your system will log out. Okay. Your login will login will lock out means you entered 3 wrong password. After entering 4th time, it says that account has been locked. Okay, the account has been locked. And next one is five 10 times to lock for 10 minutes. So must be reset by an admin. If you keep forever, so admin has to reset his account. Okay. So if you 15 minutes after 15 minutes, if he's trying to enter wrong password also after 15 minutes, system will activate his session. Okay, activate his login. Okay. So this is how we can restrict the user in terms of passwords, everything. Okay. Now let's come down. We have something important here called login hours. Okay, login hours means so if you define the login hours, okay, in that particular login hours only, system will open his Salesforce for him. After that login hour, if he's trying to open, it will not open. Okay, so we can define the login hours. Okay. Next thing is IP range. Okay, let's say if you put up an IP range, from that range to in that range only people can access. He can access the Salesforce. Apart from that range, if he is able to try to log in, system will not allow him. So login IP ranges. Click new. From here, if you use starting point is this one 192.193.100. Okay, so in between 1 to 100 with this series, only Salesforce allowed to log in there. If they cross 192.193.100.0, it will not accept. If they cross 192.193.100.101 also, it will not allow them to log in. Okay, if you want to include any login IP address, you can include, then system will allow them to log in. Okay, so this is how we can restrict a user in the IP level. IP level also we can restrict. Okay, next sometimes developer will develop some visual pages, apex pages. Okay, those things also if you want to assign to a particular user, if you want to give access to a particular user, we can give enable Apex classes access. Just click edit here. So in the list, it will show what are the Apex classes has been created by a developer. Those classes you just select and you add here. So that user, the particular profile user can access those Apex classes. Same way for Visual Force. Okay, just come down. Just click edit. Same here. Okay. Apex user force we have seen. So these are all not mandatory that much. Okay. So this is all together combination of security. The all together we call as a profile, right? Set of permissions. All this set we call as a profile, right? Set of permissions. Nothing but set of permissions. If you assign this set of permission to a particular user, so that is called a security. Okay, on which profile you want to access, which object he can access, which app he can access, which profile which type of that is you want to have edit, create, delete. Okay, all these things. Okay, so we have discussed today theoretically. Tomorrow we'll see practical. Okay, all these things we'll see one by scenario. All those things practically. So any questions here? Anything you want to ask? Any questions?
Yes, I do have question, Shivani.
Yeah, tell me.
The thing
Yeah.
that you showed us first about modify all and those kind of access. I thought that modify all gives access to create, view, and delete. So is that true? It's a default when you give modify all option.
Object you are talking, right?
Yeah. So when I give a permission, okay, like a user
I'm
or
just
an accountant can
I'm
or an
just
employee can modify all.
Mm-hmm.
So is it necessary once we click on modify all to sure. So when that's what I need to see. So when you click on modify all, the create option is not given, but read, edit, delete, and view all. So what is the difference between create and edit? So create is only a version for the developer, or it's
No. Just understand the meaning. Modify means once something is there, then only you can modify.
okay. And create means they can create a new file and edit
Yes,
to any.
yes. See the meaning of what it is modified all means something record is there already. Record is there. Okay. Do you want to read? Do you want to edit? Do you want to delete? That is the meaning of modify. Modify means something already record is there. So you want to modify means what you can do. Modify means what you can do. You can read, you can edit, you can delete, right? Or you can do
Okay.
all. And
Yeah,
you
when
want to
you
create means
no, when you check modify, I thought the create was not checked mark. So I was
exactly. See, no. The thing is the meaning. Just understand the meaning. So modify means so once we create only you modify. Okay, create is a separate action, right? Modify is a separate action.
I got that point, but I thought that in Salesforce that's a default thing. So I just want to verify once again. So now I verify. When you click on modify, the create is not checked. So I got that. Okay, I got it. And second question was the IP range, what you showed us. So the IP range was default set or it has been set? Because when you pull up the IP range, it was
no. It is depends upon your company. Okay, so once you see, maybe you have only one plant. Let's say you are working in a company, you have only one office. Okay, there. So your employees are sitting in the only one area. Okay, maybe one area means one city, maybe one city or maybe one department. Okay, what the network guy does means okay, he will give a local LAN for you, right? Local network access. So all the network access. Yes. So this you can see from here. Just go to command prompt here.
Yeah, I know. I got the proxy. I do that day-to-day thing. So I got that. Okay. Yeah, but I was just want to know whether it's a given like IP config. Yeah, IPv4 address. Okay.
This is the IP address. let's
Okay.
say you got in a chance to work from, let's say you something on something you went outside and you are trying to log in your Salesforce, like you want to log into Salesforce. But default, the IP address whichever previously has been assigned, that through that IP address only you are able to log in. Now your IP will change now because you are trying to log access from outside your office network, right? That time Salesforce will check the user ID password, whatever the user ID and password you are giving. So system will check. So whatever the user ID and password, what is the login in the like in the Salesforce application, whatever the application you are trying to access, okay, by giving that user any password, system will check, Salesforce will check, okay, the user ID is in this range. No, sorry, this particular user is trying to access. So whether he is in the IP address range, no, he is not in the IP address range. Just it will not allow you to log in. What you have to do, you have to call to your manager or someone. You just say you have to share your IP address. They will, what they will do, just come, they will come here and they will add the IP range for you. Okay, they will add the IP range here. From here, they will add the IP address, whichever the IP address you have. Then we click save. Then you are able to log in this application.
Right. Okay. So if it is not defaulted in your
No,
profile, you
no.
have.
No, no,
Okay.
not default. It will come. Okay. If they set, if they are not set anything here IP address, you can log in from anywhere.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Since it is a training system, Salesforce is not interested to set a IP address range. Why? Because every time we cannot call to Salesforce, my IP address is this, means they have to set up only for area wise. What they have to recruit one person to enter these all the IP addresses, right? So that's the reason.
Hassle, actually. That's a hassle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clear?
Okay. So there is no default IP range you set up in Salesforce. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Any question?
Okay.
Any question?
No, that was it. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Others like
No, I'm good.
okay. Shivank.
No, I'm good.
Okay then. See you tomorrow. We'll with practicals in the I profiles. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We'll see.
All right,
Have a
Yeah.
thank
We'll
you.
see.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.